there. If today's joke made you smile, why not subscribe? Subscribing is free and helps keep the fun coming. I'd be delighted to have you as a friend.
On a flight, little Johnny was seated next to a stranger. The stranger turned to Johnny and said, "Let's talk. I've heard flights go by faster if you strike up a conversation with your fellow passenger." Johnny, who had just opened his book, slowly closed it and asked, "Sure. What would you like to talk about?" "How about nuclear power?" the stranger replied. Johnny paused and said, "Okay, but let me ask you something first. A horse, a cow, and a deer all eat grass, right?" "Right," the man nodded. "So, why does a deer poop little pellets, a cow drops a big flat patty, and a horse leaves behind clumps of dried grass?" The stranger, puzzled, said, "I have no idea." Johnny grinned and said, "Well, if you don't know shit, how are we going to talk about nuclear power?" One morning, Johnny's teacher was struggling to help him put on his shoes. As she bent over and focused on the task, Johnny couldn't help but notice how round her apples were. He couldn't help but think it would be the perfect time to engage her in. The teacher focuses on getting Johnny's shoes on. After what felt like an eternity, she finally managed to secure them. Just as she stood up hoping for a break, Johnny innocently said, "Oh, these aren't my shoes." The teacher, holding back tears of frustration, carefully took the shoes off. As she finished, Johnny casually added, "They're my brother's shoes, but Mom said I had to wear them today."